The Joe Rogan Experience.
The sad thing is that the opioid epidemic was so often started by people who were prescribed drugs from their doctors. And so that's another thing. There's a sea change happening right now, is that there's all these new regulations about what doctors are allowed to prescribe. They're trying to discourage them from from prescribing opioids. And that's a positive shift, I think, for people who are new patients, right? So like if you get a root canal, you don't need some crazy strong opioid, or to recover,
Right.
like from a dental procedure or whatever. But the problem is that now they're starting to take away people's opioids when they've been on them for a long term. Like I talked to this woman from Colorado, and she had a disease, I can't remember, rheumatoid arthritis or something. She'd been taking opioids for years and years and years. And now all of a sudden, the doctor was like, I can't give you these anymore. You have to take these classes about alternatives to opioids, and they talked about acupuncture and yoga and stuff like that. And all that's great, but she felt like just degraded, and studies have shown that people, if they get their opioid pills taken away, they're going to turn to street heroin as a result. And so the whole thing is insanely complicated.
Yeah, you talked about that there's 3 waves, right? The first wave is the pills, second wave is street heroin, and then third wave is fentanyl.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
so we're still facing the repercussions from the first one, and that's what all these lawsuits that you hear about in the news are all about. And the another scary thing is that up until now, people hadn't been asking for fentanyl by name. Like we said, it's just put in other drugs. But now in places like San Francisco, even St. Louis, fentanyl is starting to acquire a reputation as a street drug because longtime heroin addicts don't get high anymore. You know what I mean? They take heroin and it just gets rid of their withdrawal symptoms. And so fentanyl will get them high again. And so people are starting to seek it out.